All right, y'all. What's up? What's up? Happy Monday. We're gonna go ahead and get this night started. Welcome to Money Making Monday. If you new here, I'm Jeremy. Everybody know me as Cake King. Um, yeah, I'm always gonna be Sippy Cake King, but it's just I can roll with the Cake King or whatever. So, happy Monday! Welcome to Money Making Monday. Our Monday sponsor, which remains to be seen right now, is Marty Mard. He is the creator behind all of the dope shirts that I be wearing, all of the apparel that I wear. The one tonight, and y'all need to make sure y'all read this. Blocking is a form of self-care. I said this on the last live, and of course, y'all ran with it, and Marty went and made it a part of the Healing Series collection. But blocking is a form of self-care, and I really do believe that. I said that on the last live, and I think that it's so important to set boundaries in your life and block people out from certain parts of your life. Yes, he made this super quick because as soon as I say it, he gonna put it on something. But I truly feel like that blocking is definitely a form of self care because if you don't block out some of the negativity and some of the people around you that are whispering in your ear, telling you things to prevent you from reaching your potential, your full potential, then you are only doing a disservice to yourself. So sometimes you got to block out mama, daddy, baby mama, whoever it is. Sometimes it's the people that's closest to you who are hindering you from reaching your true potential. And blocking is a form of self-care. And I'm so glad that we got that on a shirt now. So y'all make sure y'all go support and get you one of these. This is what you need to get you one of. Get you one of these hoodies. Blocking is a form of self-care. And then yeah, he also got it on a shirt, so whatever. So another thing, y'all, I got my cup tonight, and y'all can see it from the live. But my podcast listeners, I'm drinking out my Starbucks cup today. But I got a special something in my cup today. My classmate down in New Orleans, if y'all didn't know, I graduated from John Ehret High School in Marrero, where I was prom king for a class of 2004. And I was also voted best dancer in the yearbook in my class or whatever. So just a little history for y'all. Yeah. And my school was on one of the movies that Denzel Washington was in. So yeah, I actually went to John Ehret. So, but yeah, my classmate Victoria sent me one of her drinks. Well, she sent me a couple of them. Y'all, she sent me a couple, and the one that's in the cup is like a Malibu base. Y'all, when I tell y'all they so good, they come in these bottles like this, y'all. And I was a little skeptical at first because I was like, I don't know what I'm drinking. The drink is coming in a bottle and it came in the mail or whatever. She told me she was mailing them when she mailed them one day and they came like the next day. But man, y'all, I had one on Saturday when I went to a party Saturday night. And boy, when I tell you that was all I needed, it's kind of dangerous because it tastes like juice. But we working now to get her branding and everything done. She's been selling these for a minute down in New Orleans. But now she ready to take it to the next level. And I'm going to help her. I'm going to help her take it to the next level because it's an amazing product. The drinks are amazing. Y'all remember when I did Tipsy Squeeze, which was my my lemonades and everything. But she has taken it to another level. Okay. The drinks are amazing. There's two different kinds right now, but she is in Louisiana. She's in New Orleans. So if you're in New Orleans, I can get you her information, y'all. I'm telling you, it is amazing. So, but those are two things I just had to tell y'all tonight about some of the stuff I got between the blocking. Blocking is a form of self-care and these drinks by Victoria. So, but we working on her. We gonna get her on the right step, get her in the right path with her business and everything, and we're gonna go from there. But y'all, this is our first live and podcast recording back since I have been married. Now, y'all know I took a little break because I got married. Y'all, I had a beautiful wedding 2 weeks ago. This week make 3 weeks. Friday is going to be 3 weeks that I've been married now, and I've been somebody's husband. So marriage has been a beautiful thing. We still together. Uh, we got our marriage license in the mail today, and we was a little emotional. So we finally got the certified copy of our marriage license, and it's definitely a good feeling. I'm telling you, you move different when you married. You kind of like, you don't want to you don't want to say certain things and everything. You want to be respectful, and not that I wasn't doing all that before, but it's like you kind of move. You want to move a little bit more different now. That is attached to you. So I'm definitely excited. And everything is coming along great with the house. And we're doing these room by rooms, but I can't do room by rooms because I have to finish stuff at one time. Whenever I start something, I gotta finish it. So that's been my thing. So it's been a really good couple of weeks, and I know I've been kind of absent, and I hadn't even recorded a podcast episode. But life has been lifing, and it's been really, really busy. But most importantly, let me tell y'all something. And this is just, the real. I don't know if enough business owners get to talk about the realness of what it takes to run a business. But um, even though we always talk about how every month ain't gonna be a big financial month, and that's not my story. I'm not gonna get on here and lie and tell y'all that I have these months where I be wondering how I'm gonna pay this or how I'm gonna pay that, because I would be lying if I said that. Because one thing for sure is I know that God is going to supply all of my needs. So I'm not worried about the wants because he's continually supplying the needs that I need met. So I can't sit here in this seat and say that some months are greater than others, or there are months when I'm worried about where the next meal is going to come from, because I don't operate in an area of confusion, so to say. Now my flesh gets weak. I shared something with y'all on a live the other week, and now I'm still human. But that also goes to say that I'm just not in that position to where I'm worried about those things, like of value, things of this, just of earth, and like, if the light's gonna get turned off. Hell, I done been in the dark before. I done had cars repossessed, so that kind of stuff don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Now, other things, we allow, sometimes we allow doubt to creep in, and we often worry ourselves when we say that we pray, and those two things don't go together, worrying and praying. But we're human, and we do things, and sometimes we can't help certain things. But life has been lifing. I shared with you guys in the last live that I had got some health news a week ago, and we're waiting on a referral now with the specialist because they had found some abnormal cells again in my colon. So I am waiting on that referral. Y'all know how this goes with the doctors and all of that. You waiting for a referral. And like I shared with you guys, I've already had 3 previous procedures. So some days are better than others. And I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm just this overly strong individual. There are days when I have since had breakdowns, and I've had moments where I've had to go off by myself and, just be by myself with just me and God. And but I am, as the days go by and we wait for the referral, um the part of me that worries is lessening. Now I'm still worried, but I'm not as worried as the days go by, because I have to lean back on what I know, that God will supply all of those needs. I have to try not to allow that worry and doubt to creep in, because Ty left me a note the other morning, and he said on the note, if he did it before, he can do it again. And he's done it before. He's done it 3 times before, because I've had 3 procedures. Um, and he will do it again. And I hope that's a word for somebody else, that there were times when you were down. And I mean, sometimes all it takes is you to think about a memory of where you were and where you are now, and it'll send you to a place. Because I remember times when I remember times when I sat in my dorm room when I was in college, and I took a handful of pills, and I wanted to kill myself. That's when I was in college. And that was before I was Cake King. I was just Jeremy, and I was doing hair when I was in college and everything like that. So it doesn't take much for me to think back to a memory of where God has brought me from. So when I sing that note, that if he did it before, he'll do it again, I wasn't really thinking about the present circumstances. I was thinking about the things that God had already brought me from before, to even get to this point. And I thought about the time when I was going through a divorce, my last divorce, and I sat contemplating again in that same spot, where I allowed doubt and fear to creep in, and self doubt, and thinking that I wasn't worthy, and I sat with a gun in my hand. Um, and I remember a time when I wanted to hang myself. So I had tied a sheet around the doorknob and all of this, something I had seen on YouTube. But let me tell you something. God's plan for your life is so much greater than the things that you see. You could really be thinking that everything around you is just ending. You know what I'm saying? You really could be you really thinking that nobody cares, or that you just don't have it all together. And God is steady sitting there telling you, you ain't got to have it all together. And we be ignoring these things. That's why I was telling a friend the other day, God always give you a sign. People be saying, God, they be praying, saying, God, give me a sign, show me something. He give you a sign and you ignore the signs. You still ignore the sign. You be asking for this sign from God, and he gives it to you, just like you be with people that you know you ain't supposed to be with, and he giving you the signs telling you that they're not no good, but you still be with them. So there's always a sign. So um I was thinking about something. I wrote this down about a week ago. I was driving, and this thought just randomly came to my mind. When God is for you, the who won't matter. And I don't know if I heard it somewhere one day or what, but I literally kept hearing that all day long. When God is for you, the who won't matter. Because we're so used to saying, when God is for you, no man can be against you. But if you really thinking about it, the who don't even matter. So a lot of times, I said this before about how I don't operate in people telling me to stay in my lane. Like I don't operate in people when people say I'm gonna stay in my lane because um whatever God got for me is for me. So whoever else is not gonna matter. And y'all, today I was reading something and it got me so upset. And it was something about another business owner, and I was looking at the way that they operate, and it got me really upset. And the first thing that came to my mind is because I'm always preaching about, well, not preaching, but I'm always saying that we need to allow people grace. We need to give people grace. We know that we don't know what people are going through. We need to give them grace. But listen, this thought literally came to my mind today, and I'm gonna tell y'all this: God's grace has limitations, and so does people's patience. God's grace has limitations, and so does people's patience, as well as his patience. Okay. So I know that I say a lot that you got to give these business owners grace sometimes. You don't know what they're going through and you know what they got going on. But you know what? I can only give you so much grace. And I'm so glad that somebody corrected me on the shade room when we were talking about the dude, the guy we were talking about from Memphis, the sports guy from Memphis. And somebody said, how much grace do you give a person that continuously does the same thing over and over again? And it really didn't register to me until today, because my whole thought behind it was, this is a young man, he's 23, and he still got life to live, and you're gonna make mistakes and everything, but sometimes you can't make excuses for continuously making the same mistake. Like, you only gonna be able to apologize to people so many times and say I'm sorry. Like, your dude is only gonna be able to hit you so many times and apologize for it before you finally be like, wait, hold up, now you done hit me too many damn times and said I'm sorry. Like, do you really mean you sorry, or now you just sorry that it was another time? You know what I'm saying? So you only gonna make a fool out of me so many times. Oh, so many times, y'all. God's grace has limitations, and I'm at this point where I am kind of compartmentalizing people in my life, and I'm compartmentalizing situations in my life where some things that were once a major priority are now they have to come down a block on just how I approach things daily, because I've been telling myself lately that I just don't have the energy for anybody else's stuff. You know what I'm saying? And people can dump their stuff off on you and not realizing just how heavy you are already. And that's the reason why I always say that it's so important that you ask people, are they in a good headspace before you give them something, before you dump your own stuff off. Thank you. Somebody said it. I got a hard time carrying my own stuff. I can't carry yours and mine. It's enough being me. I can't help you be you, and it's enough being me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning that through my own healing, that I have to prioritize how much of me I give to other people. That's real right there. I have to prioritize myself, and I have to think about how much of me I'm giving to other people. There have been things that I've been wanting to do lately, as it related to the business, and God has continually been telling me to slow it down. So every time I have a thought about doing something, I normally act on it right away. I'm very impulsive. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm impulsive, but lately I have been kind of gearing back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not revving the engine up as hard, because like I hear him, saying like slow down. And I can hear it, I can feel it, and I don't know what it's for, but it may be putting me in a position to where I slow down for something that's bigger, that may require more of my attention. So it's not hard. It's not hard to focus on you. You can give so much of you, and you literally have nothing for yourself. You give people so much of you, and you have nothing left for you. At the end of the day, everybody keeps pouring their stuff on you, till your cup has just run completely over for everybody else. For everybody else, that you don't even have no room in your cup for you. So when are you going to stop? When you going to stop? So I I really this really stuck with me today, y'all. I swear. Um God's grace has limitations. Because I really have been seeing how some people operate, and it's disgusting. It really is. Because I pride myself on really being true and genuine to people. Um it's so much stuff I want to say, but I'm trying not to. I don't even want to go there, because I'm you know what, we have to deal with enough stuff every day. And I said this on my post earlier today. It's a lot of things that I'm able to do. I'm very, very talented, and God has given me the ability to do a lot of things. But one of those things that He did not give me was the ability to be fake. And that's just something that I'm not. And I just I just can't do it. I just can't be fake. There's nothing about me that's fake. And I've been questioning, like, so much stuff that I see on a daily basis with y'all. It's really people out here who operating hustles like they are businesses. And the integrity in me won't allow me to do people the way I be seeing people do other people. Like, I just can't do it. Like, the God in me won't allow me to do people how I see other people do people. And I said this on my story the other day, that people out here burning bridges with people that they will never be able to repair. Like, there are some bridges that you burn, and they are literally ashes. They can't be rebuilt. You can't go back. It's like when you lost a customer, and y'all know how hard it is. When you lose a customer that was a good customer to you, and they go and tell other people about their bad experience, and then it just multiplies. So now you got all of these people not fooling with you now because of one of your good customers. So reputation is everything. Like, I understand that social media is a great part of running your business. It also gives me a lot of revenue just to do things on social media. But there is nothing like word of mouth. Because, baby, all it takes is one group, one time for somebody to put you in a group of a whole bunch of cake makers or treat makers or something, and everybody in there is talking about you. Everybody got something. One person had one bad experience, and now everybody, they one small experience is now amplified to something even bigger, all because one person had a bad experience. But word of mouth travels. And we see it all the time. I was looking at a post the other day, and somebody had commented on a post and was asking about an order on somebody else's post, and saying that they didn't get their order or something. And I was like, why you do that? You run a business. So why do you feel like you go on to people's public platform and say these things when you know that you run a business? You know that people can see these things and then they could run with it, and they do, and they did. That's exactly what they did. One person sees something, they screenshot it, they send it around, and they showing everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then when I say about giving people grace, if you send an email, emails are not no automatic thing. Like you don't get no response back in 5 minutes. Now with me, you do. I mean, I just, I don't know. I'm always on my phone, so I guess I'm different. But if the bounce back message says that your emails are answered in 12 to 24 hours or 24 to 48 hours, whatever it is, baby, adhere to them people rules. I don't know why y'all business owners be trying to make rules for other people's business that you don't even follow in your own business. Like, how you gonna tell somebody else how to run their business when you don't even run your business the same way? It's like I love to hear when people be sending me messages and tell me what I should have done. Oh, you should sell this and this. Motherfucker, you sell it. Like, people always trying to geek you up to do shit that you don't want to do, but they want you to do. If it's so important to you, why don't you do it? Or why don't you implement that in your business? That was like the lady that was telling me how I should ship my products. How you gonna tell me how to ship my products when I ship products and been shipping all these times because you had one bad experience out of hundreds? Just because somebody mishandled your package, you want to tell me how to run my business. Like, where does that make sense in? Baby, you ship 3 cookie orders and you gonna tell me out of thousands of orders how I should have done mine because you shipped 3 packs of cookies to somebody. Oh, I ship products too. And who gives a fuck? We ain't doing the same volume. It's gonna have you gonna have mistakes in business. You're not gonna always have 100% every time. You're not gonna always have 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not perfect. We're not machines. Things are gonna happen. I could be tired and I might read the slip wrong. Like now, all of a sudden, because I made a mistake, you got the best business in the world. You do everything right. Baby, don't play with me because I will block your ass in every order that you ever try to make. You know what I'm saying? Like I be telling people, it's so much more to this business than just making money. I know that we run businesses for profit, but everything ain't about the damn money. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not about the money because if you making all this money and then you out here treating people like shit, where's the integrity? You know what I'm saying? If you lying to people and all of this and you doing all this the underhanded shit with people, you one way with people on this side. Listen, I had this thought the other day, and I said this, and I mean this. If people come to you about other people, they going to other people about you. If people come to you and be messy about somebody else, I guarantee you 10 times out of 10 that they going to somebody else talking about you. Just for the people in the motherfucking back and the people in the front. If a dog will carry a bone, they will bring a bone and vice versa. So you got to be careful who you associate yourself with, and not just in this community, just in business in general, because people will get too comfortable with you and start saying things and don't know who you know. They don't know what kind of relationships you've built with people. They don't know nothing. They just go to talking about people. That's the reason why you don't see me being clicked up with people. You don't see me doing all this stuff. I understand that it's a whole community out there, but listen, I ain't with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to do what I gotta do, and I try to do people right. I know I got a smart ass mouth. I know I don't operate them in the most professional way all the time, but hell, you don't either. You know what I'm saying? You don't either. So don't try. And you know what? People, I see the comment where people say it hurt people, and I hear that. But at some point, you got to take accountability for your own actions and stop carrying this same hurt from person to person and friend to friend and situation to situation. Because guess what? It ain't them. If you got the same thing happening over and over again in your life, you need to reevaluate who you are and take some accountability to say, you know what? It might just be me. You need to go heal. Baby, go heal. Some of y'all are so fucking broken that you just allowing all that brokenness to spill over into your personal life, your business life, your relationship, your kids. You a horrible mother. You a horrible wife. You a horrible friend. You horrible to yourself because you won't take accountability and fucking heal. Baby, go heal. Because hurt people do not have to hurt other people. Hurt people need to heal and stop fucking saying that hurt people hurt people. Hurt people need to learn how to heal. That's what they need to do. Go get some therapy. Go talk to somebody. Go talk to that AI thing on Snapchat because they give good advice. People just got to stop making excuses for their actions. Stop making excuses. Stop saying that people are doing you this way and actually sit back and look at how you have done people in the past. A lot of the things that you got going on in your life is not the universe returning, saying it ain't that you having a bad moment or you just, it's just things going on. No, a lot of these things that are happening in your life is because you've just sown bad seeds. And I say this all the time. You reap what you sow. So when all of this stuff that's just karma coming back on you. That's all it is. You just reap what you just reaping what you put out there. It ain't nothing about nobody did you wrong. Somewhere down the line, you sown some bad seeds. Somewhere down the line. And I keep saying this, it ain't no whooping like a whooping from God. You ain't been whooped yet. You ain't been. See, people be really thinking that they in the worst parts of their life. Like they going through the worst moments in their life. And you really ain't. Because you could get worse. You really you could be Job worse. You could lose everything. Job lost his wife, his kids, all his cattle, everything in one day. So it could get worse. You just ain't got there yet. You know what I'm saying? It could get worse. You just ain't got there yet. So you got to be careful how you treat people. And I really I really been seeing it. Like you really just got to be careful. And I've been listening to conversations and a lot of things that I've been seeing lately have made me want to disassociate myself with certain situations and just pull away from like just surroundings in general, because like your peace is so invaluable. If it costs me my peace, then it's just too expensive for me. It really is. If it's going to cost me my peace, then it's probably too expensive for me. And I mean, I'm just not willing to gamble. I go to the casino and I play a couple of $100 at the casino and everything, but I'm just not willing to gamble my peace. If it costs me my peace, it's probably too expensive. I can't afford it. And certain situations are they're really touchy. And I've had to really learn how to step back and stop giving advice. I had a friend tell me this morning, she was like, you're gonna have to step in and give them some advice. I said, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that no more. I'm past that phase in my life. You got problems with your business? That's your problem. Mm-mm. If we've been friends longer than 2 or 3 years, and you struggling in your business or struggling in areas of your life, that I'm at this point, that's your problem. I done offered all the advice that I can give you. Take it to Jesus. That's my word. That's what I'm. That's all I can tell you is take it to Jesus, because at this point it's a self issue, because you've already been around all the right people. You've been spoken up in all the rooms. Your name has went before you even got there. You people know about you way before you even enter into rooms. So at this point, it ain't that your business is failing, or that um you got your relationships are not good with in situations or whatever it may be. It's a you problem. Take it to Jesus. That's I ain't got no advice. I ain't got none. I had a friend had called me early this morning and was asking me something, and I just listened. I ain't even say nothing on the phone. I just listened. And he was like, "Man, why you ain't saying nothing?" I was like, "Because you called me to vent. I'm just listening. I'm just being an ear." Because sometimes you gotta know when to shut up. Sometimes people be wanting the people to call you and they want you to say something and they want you to react with them. That's why I be saying when you elevate, I elevate too. But I'm learning that when you elevate, I'm gonna de-escalate the situation, because I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna be quiet. Because sometimes you gotta let people be people and let them do and learn their own lessons. You gotta stop giving words of advice. You gotta let these grown folks be grown. This is for y'all parents out there. You gotta let these kids be grown. If they want to be grown, let them be grown. I've been seeing so many situations where parents still to this day are out here bending their back over for kids who are ungrateful as hell. You do know that you can cut them motherfuckers off, right? Like, just because you had them don't mean you gotta like them and that you gotta deal with them. If somebody is disrespectful to you, whether it be your child, your husband, your baby daddy, your parents, you do not have to deal with. We are in a different time right now. We is not the same. We is not our ancestors. You do not have to deal with the same thing that Big Mama did. You ain't got to deal with the same shit that Big Mama dealt with. Like, you can cut their ass off. You do not have to stay in the same house with somebody that disrespects you. You do not have to be with somebody who doesn't value you. You don't have to be friends with somebody who does not see your worth, that you always are pouring into and they never pour into you. It's a series. We can break it down from the friend level all the way up to your relationship and your parenting skills. We can go all in between. I can hit every nail on the head for you. It all boils down to you. That you are the common denominator. You need to block out some of these people. Blocking is a form of self-care. Say it with me. Blocking is a form of self-care. You need to block out some of the noise. Block out the noise. I'm ever since we got to the house, I've been in a more peaceful state, even more peaceful than I was in the past. Like, because I've said, I've been said this before. I've been had a good place in life where I'm, thinking about things. But here, I don't hear the noise. It's really, really calm. The house is calm. The house has a very soothing atmosphere. It's really, really quiet. And I blocked out the noise. And I remember posting a status a couple of weeks ago and saying that the chatter won't matter. And I seen it on somebody's comment section. It was something that was said on a video. And the boy ended on his comment and he said that the chatter won't matter. And when I tell you that did something to me, the chatter won't matter. Do you know how many people be saying things or have said things about you and your business or the way you do things, and you look where you at now? Do you know how many people told me that I was not gonna make it in this industry? Do you know how many people said that when I moved to Florida, I was gonna be right back in Mississippi? Or the cakes wasn't gonna last, or all of it. You can't be making that much money off of cakes, baby. The chatter won't matter. And if God be for you, the who won't matter. Listen, the chatter won't matter, and whoever else out there ain't gonna matter. You see, that wasn't number full circle because we just said this earlier. We said this earlier. I had this in my notes that when God is for you, the who won't matter. And that status was posted a couple of weeks ago about the chatter won't matter. Boy, when I tell you God to be dropping these words, they be coming out of nowhere, man. Just be coming. But I'm also at a place of peace where, I feel good. So uh, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all kind words and prayers. Those of you who are truly praying, because some people be praying and some people be playing. Some people prayers don't go past the ceiling. But he hears you. Nevertheless, he hears you. And then when some people say they praying for you, that was the prayer. Y'all know how black people is. Black people say, I'm praying for you. I'm praying with you. And that was the prayer. Amen. That as far as it went. Y'all know people like this, but I definitely appreciate y'all. We gonna get through whatever this is. And we gonna see what the doctors say, and do whatever we got to do to maintain a level of peace, and healthy mind and healthy body and all of those things. But I would be remiss and I would be lying if I told you that the days are easy. I'm not going to tell you that lie. We know that entrepreneurship is hard, but you pair that with the daily struggles of just life, and it can get hard. And I am human, and you are human, and I'm here to tell you that it is okay not to be okay. It is okay not to be okay. And some moments I'm not okay. And I'm just going to be real. There are some times when I'm just not okay and I just fake the funk. And I just go along with the motions. But at the end of the day, I know who I am and I know whose I am. And the chatter won't matter. Okay. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this money making Monday. We are back now to our regular broadcasting, and this has been your money making Monday live, not only live but also live podcast recording. So if you missed any of this, you can go back and you can listen again, listen to the podcast. It'll be live on all platforms. So I appreciate y'all.